All right, time to expose myself and my clutter. This is my loft, and I swear it is the bane of my existence. No matter how many times I clean it, all I have to do is turn my back for half a second and it's messed up again. I seriously, truly think there's a ghost that breaks in at night and just dirties it up, like he thinks it's funny or something. So I'm showing you a before picture. I don't even know if I'll be able to do a good job of decluttering this, but I am going to try. I'm not going to do it all at once. It is hot up here. We do not have our AC on, even though it's 90 degrees outside. So I'm hoping my address isn't in any of this stuff. Not like I have very many people watching, but still. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to declutter. This is actually the cleaned up version. Steve and I worked on it over the winter. But it just, like I said, just messes up again. I want to get some of those drawers empty out. Our Sam's Club purchases. I like buying in bulk, but I cannot wait till we actually have adequate storage space for all the stuff we buy. My homemade chapsticks. I like to keep a backup of my products, so like when I start running low on face wash, shaving cream, Listerine, whatever, I'll buy the extra so that way it's ready to go. My books are going nowhere. Those are staying. It would be lovely if I could have this bookcase filled with books and use it for its intended purpose. The blue thing are pictures. Won't get rid of those. The top one has backup cleaning supplies, that top red thing. The bottom red thing has empty containers. Some of that is like all that on the bottom. Almost all of it is paper. Binders. I love my office supplies. I emptied out a bin today because I gave my sister-in-law my sewing machine, and I'm so grateful to finally give that to somebody. I don't like donating big ticket items to Goodwill if I can avoid it, just because I don't know how much they're going to sell it for, what they're going to do with it. So I'd rather give it to somebody who can use it. So I'm going to take you guys along for this journey. It's going to probably take me about a month. I'm going to do a couple hours each week. It is like in the 90s outside. We don't have our AC on, so the loft gets to about 95 degrees. So yeah, I hope, because this is stressful. Really stressful, and my goal is to work less hours starting next year. And for some reason I feel like having clutter, it stresses me out so bad I go to work. I don't want to deal with this, so I just go to work instead. I've already decluttered a lot of my clothes. You would not believe, when I moved here I got rid of about 40 dresses, and I got rid of some more recently, but I'm hoping I can get this done. Today's not going to be my normal vlog where I go around the house cleaning. I've been working on procrastination. This is the first time watching one of my vlogs. I'm doing better. As you can see, I got my shower already, but I have been up for 3 hours. I ate, I was finding other stuff to do, and I realized I'm procrastinating because I don't want to cook. So I'm going to get that out of the way first, but what I am going to do today is declutter, and I'm going to take you guys along for that. I've never done a cleaning video before, so we'll see how this goes. One thing, I have a trash can open, clean trash bag in it at the ready, so that way, as I see stuff I don't want, it's just going in the trash today. I'm over it. I need to do this. We're about to hit 60-hour weeks at work, and I have a vacation coming up in August, so I want to get this place put together. This pumpkin scent candle was a gift from my niece. I love pumpkin. It's almost gone. It doesn't stay lit. It's burning unevenly, so I'm going to stick it in this candle warmer. Once it melts down some, we're going to pour it into the Frankenstein candle that I'm working on. This is my Frankenstein candle that I have going. So when I have a candle holder that I like, when it gets down to the very bottom, I will put it in that tart warmer, and then I'll pull out the old wicks. I will put 3 new wicks in just because I like 3-wick candles. These are coffee stirrers, but you can use pencils, whatever, to hold the wicks in place. And then I will take and pour the melted wax in. I had to light this one. It did not fit in the candle warmer, so let me try to do this. I'm going to pour it out a little at a time. Normally, if I use the candle warmer, I can pour a lot. Aw, it's going to have sediment in it. But that's okay. And I'm going to let it melt some more. Eventually, it'll fill up, and it burns just like normal. I'm going to talk to you guys for a little bit while I cut up this produce, and hopefully I don't cut myself in the process. Hold on a second. I'm going to get another knife. Alright, the smaller one's easier to peel kiwi with. I'm cutting up some strawberries and kiwi. Sorry that you can't see, but tripod broke a little bit this morning. One of the clips that would extend it even higher up so I could angle it down broke. Whether or not I want to buy another one, probably not. I think I'm going to make do with this one. But Yeah, today I'm going to focus on decluttering, but while I'm decluttering, I'm still going to be cooking and getting laundry done. You can hear the washing machine going in the background right now. Frugality to me, it's not about being cheap. I used to want to be a minimalist. I don't think I could ever do like minimalism to the extreme where I'm sleeping on the floor and I don't have furniture in my house. So I'm just doing my own interpretation of what minimalism is for me and what frugality is for me. And so it's just living with what I need. What do I need to get through my life easier and to be comfortable? I don't really buy once. When I buy stuff for the house, I don't buy stuff that's just decorative. It also has to serve a function. So like if I were to buy a bedside table, which I do really want to get because I'm tired of my stuff being on the floor, it's going to be a table that has like numerous drawers that can also hold other things. And yeah, I'm going to get something that I like. I would like something like with the LED lights and everything. Even like with decorations, I try to buy stuff that'll serve a purpose as well. Although with wall decorations, you know, that I kind of do just go with what I like. But I live this lifestyle for freedom, and that's where my stress is coming from right now because I do have so much stuff. I'm always having to clean it up, and it's getting to be too much. I'm not enjoying my days off. I only get 2 days off a week. Yes, I know. Well, technically I'm scheduled 3 days off a week, but I pick up overtime every week, so I only get 2 days off. One of those days is spent doing chores, and then the other day I'm spent recuperating before I go back in for another 50-hour week. Now, I know I'm doing this to myself. Most weeks I'm choosing to pick up overtime. Some weeks they force us to work overtime, but a lot of it is my choice, and I am doing that to aggressively fund my retirement account. Aggressive for me, not aggressive to these people who are putting away like $30,000 a year. I don't even make enough to do that. But what's aggressive for me, I am putting away because I don't want to be working my entire life. I want to get to a point where I can just do my 40 hours and I know I have enough in savings that if emergency comes up, I'll be all right. But yeah, you know, I talked before in our videos about how Steve and I like to do things on the cheap. And sorry, it's hard for me to do two things at one time. I'm not coordinated like that. But we like to do things on the cheap, which allows me to work a job that I want to work instead of one that I have to work. So, you know, I'm at a warehouse job. I do have a master's degree. I can move up into management if I wanted to at this job. I've been asked before by managers to apply for a managerial position, but I don't want to do it because they're salaried. Now, what do they make for sure? I don't know, but based on what I've seen online and from what I've heard, like without them telling me directly, I would only be looking at about $85,000 a year, which is, for me, doesn't make sense because I make $60,000 now. And yeah, I'm not going to complain about an extra $2,000 a month. Money's money. I would lose about a third of that in taxes, so what, about $600? So I'd be bringing home an extra $1,400 a month. It's nothing to sneeze at. But the amount of control that they would have over my life if I became a manager, I'm not willing to give them. You know, any salary position, they're allowed to call you at home. You know, they're not restricted to how many hours they can make you work. And I just like being hourly. Well, once I clock out, I'm done. Don't call me at home. Don't ask me to do any projects at home. I don't work for free. I won't do that. And I had a manager ask me one time, because I had just come back from Alaska. Well, I went to Arizona. 6 months later, I went to Alaska. And this was one of those managers who was aggressively trying to move up in the company for the money. And he asked me, how was I able to travel on my salary or my paycheck with what I get? I'm not salaried, I'm hourly. But he was like, how can you afford to do that? I was like, because I live within my means. I don't have credit card debt. I do have student loan debt and a mortgage. But I was like, I don't have credit card debt. I don't have a car payment. And I'm content with what I have. You know, my clothes don't have to be brand new. They don't have to be name brand. I just live within my means, you know. Steve and I do things that are either free or very cheap. Every once in a while we'll splurge on something. But yeah, I feel like being frugal gives me freedom. It's fun to me. Like, I don't feel like I'm denying or depriving myself of anything. I have everything I want. I have everything I need. And I'm grateful. And I think being grateful contributes to it too. I'm not always seeking the next best thing. It's a bit... Yeah, working in a warehouse, and it's hard. When I work in a warehouse, it's very hard because I see all these products. The other day, I was picking a rice dispenser. I eat a lot of rice. I'm like, that could really come in handy. But then I have to remind myself, you know, Juanita, you didn't want that rice dispenser before you saw it, so you must not really need it. This is just a want. It would make it convenient, but I have nowhere to store it in my house, so I'm not going to do it. So yeah, sorry for the rambling. My plan is, as I declutter small things, I'm going to try to remember to turn the camera on. I showed you the trash can a second ago. Yes, I already started throwing stuff away. I have some hoodies that I was wearing to work. They have gotten so scratchy that I just don't even enjoy pulling them over my head anymore, so those went in the trash. I hate throwing stuff away. I'm hoping this will be my last big declutter, and from here on out to only bring in quality stuff that I can keep for a long time. But for me personally, I don't like to donate stuff that's dirty or broken or stained, or if it's not something I would wear, I'm not going to donate it. So if there's anything I come across that is worth donating, I will. Otherwise, the stuff is going in the trash, and I hope to get this done today because my birthday's coming up, and I just want to sit down for 2 days and rot on that couch while I watch YouTube videos. So the fruit is all cut up for work. I love how pretty it looks. So now Steve and I can just grab and go on our work days. I do save leftover containers when I get takeout Chinese food. I do not microwave in these, but I will store food in them. I had an overripe banana, so I sliced it up. I'm going to put this in the freezer so I can make a strawberry banana smoothie later. One of the kiwis that I got in my bunch was overripe. It wasn't moldy, but it was way too soft. So I'm going to freeze that and combine it with blueberries and have a slushie. I melted enough wax to fill it up. I'm just going to let this cool now. If you're new to the channel, we just have a 1-bedroom apartment. It's the 2 of us, so I find creative places to store my stuff. This is my coat closet, and I have my shoe rack here. I have just made all this extra space by getting rid of some of them. So as long as we don't buy more shoes to fill it up, we're good. To those of you who have been watching me, I appreciate you putting up with the way that I look. I am actually going to go in for a haircut tomorrow. I'm probably going to just do that one as a short. If it turns out well, I don't know. I've never been to this lady before. It's $150 for this haircut. As I watch these videos back, and I'm not a prissy girl, makeup hair type, but even I'm looking at these videos like, Juanita, you got to do something with that hair. So fingers crossed she can do something. But the reason I'm telling you this is because these conditioners, that's what I use today. They are going in the trash. I got them at Dollar Tree. It's actually the same one. I have 3 bottles. I have this issue. I buy it. I think I like it. I use it for a while and realize I don't. What a waste. I hate wasting stuff. June 11th is the last time I had you guys up here. Today is June 22nd, and it's only getting worse. But at least this time I know what is causing the mess. The other day when I was cooking, doing laundry, and decluttering all at the same time, when I came across something that I knew I needed to take care of later, I just brought it up here, and I just set it down. So at least this time I know. But I have to do something about this. It is so stressful. So what I'm going to do, instead of feeling overwhelmed, I am going to start right here with this white cabinet. I'm just going to spend 20 minutes today and get something done. I'm working 60-hour weeks this week and next week, and then I'll be back down to 50s. So I'm going to come home from work and just spend 20 minutes on whatever I can get done. And then each day I'm just going to move around the room slowly. This has to get under control once and for all. I came home from work to 2 more packages, so this could be part of the problem as to why the loft keeps getting messed up, because that's where these are going, because I'm too tired to deal with it right now. Okay, we're going to do this, broken tripod and all. It is hot. I'm going to just pull everything out. this is only going to be clothes. This is going to be my storage area, kind of like an indoor garage, because my garage is not attached. I don't want to have to go outside to get my tools and stuff. So I'm going to try to stay. Oh God, this is going to be a bad idea. I should probably first put everything in groups. This is stuff I bought. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a mess. This is an utter mess. See, I hold on to boxes because it reminds me of what kind of light bulb I need, but I guess I could also take a picture of it and then I would not need the box. So I might do that. Alright, it's empty. Alright, let's fix this mess now. It always gets worse before it gets better. All right. This is a mess. So I pulled everything out. What do I have? Glue sticks for a glue gun I don't own. Oh yeah, I'm good. Sanding paper. Put this in. More sanding paper. Let's see what else can go with that. The slip close. A little bit. Good enough. The reason I pull everything out is so I can group stuff by category. Once I see how much I have, it's a lot easier for me to do that with. So anything that I would use to hang pictures with, my leveler, my stud finder, nails, those all go in one bin. And then I'll put like all my command strips in another bin. Light bulbs will all go in one container. I put all my sewing supplies in one box. It takes a while to do this, and if I was just cleaning the loft or straightening it up, I could have had this done in an hour or two, but because I'm trying to declutter in the process is what took me so long. That's why I did it over several days, because my goal is to not have to do this again. Like, I want to declutter. I won't say once and for all, because it's an ongoing process. As you buy stuff, you have to take stuff out. As your tastes change, you're going to declutter more and more clothes. But my goal is to not have to keep doing this. So I want to get down to just the things that I need, the things that make me happy, quit buying stuff so I don't keep messing up this loft, and go from there. I mentioned this in a video before, but I label my stuff just using masking tape from the Dollar Tree and a permanent marker. It avoids buying those label makers, which would be one more thing I have to store, one more thing I have to buy refill supplies for. And by keeping everything labeled, it just relieves so much stress when I can go in there, open up the cabinet, and immediately find the box that I need. All right, I've been working about an hour, just trying to be ruthless. I love doing this stuff when I'm tired and pissed off because it all just goes in the trash. Kind of looks like I'm making progress, I feel like, until you get over here where I'm just stacking everything until I decide what to do with it. If you see me sweating, like literally dripping sweat, I'm in the loft and this is the temperature right now. We have the AC unit on downstairs. It's just a window AC unit. It's 80 degrees I think downstairs, but yeah, it's hot. All right, I'm still working. I don't like having stuff stored up there, but for now, I think that's the best place to put it. I don't like how crowded those 3 shelves are, but I hardly ever access that stuff, so I just put it all there. I do keep my magnets from when I travel there, and off camera, I moved my paper over there. I don't even want to say addiction or hoarding because I don't want to insult anybody who truly does have a hoarding disorder or addiction issues, but I have enough paper, but yet I still keep buying it. I actually already got rid of a lot of binders, and those are the ones that I've kept. This is so overwhelming. I'm going to still keep plugging along. Oh my God. I have an issue with saving boxes too. Like I hold on to them because I think, oh, I could use these for storage things to store something in, but I have to remind myself, Dollar Tree has bins for $2. And even if I got like those red bins, those are, what, $6? So I have to let go. I have to let go of stuff. I do. And look, I've already filled that up. This is my 3rd trash bag I have filled up. A lot of it's been off camera. I apologize for that. But this is my first time trying to do a decluttering cleaning video. It is hard. It is very hard. So far, the progress on this, I have my books all in one spot. I did organize them by topic. So, like that shelf is like fiction, nonfiction. Some of them are Steve's books. Down here, my finance books on the bottom left. And let's see, the curly hair book, and then I have some books on golf, my foreign language books, and then books on essential oils. My pictures are in those teal cubbies. I'm about to go through that red bin and throw that stuff away. My backup supplies are here, the stuff that shouldn't be affected by the heat. Yes, I dye my hair. I use Just for Men because it's super easy. And I am figuring out what to do with all this stuff. That is the charger for my e-bike. That's all the thread I'm keeping besides a little bit in the box. That's just for sewing up holes in shirts. So I'm getting there. I'm hoping I can be done today. I really need to, I do have clothes in some of these drawers. The bottom, this middle one is hobby stuff. So I put my extra fabric in there, my extra flowers when I did the patio. Oh no, should I open this? I don't even know what's down here. Ooh, sorry for how close this is. Oh, glasses, drinking glasses and coffee mugs that I don't want to get rid of. So I could have more space to store my clothes if I would stop hoarding that stuff. And those 3 drawers have clothes, and that top one has my girly products, so that way they're not all in the bathroom. I'm leaving this portion in real time because the look on my face as I'm watching this back, oh my gosh, the irritation. This is why you will never see me doing a cooking video, because I look just as pissed off when I'm cooking. It's one of those things that I do because I know it's good for me, but I don't enjoy it. And the same thing with, actually I do love organizing, but this is just taking way too long. And here I'm taking Steve's K-cups and dumping them out of the big box and putting them in a smaller box that will actually fit into one of those cubbies. But oh my gosh, between the fact that it's almost 100 degrees in this loft, I'm tired. It's just, wow, my face. But I hopefully, like I've said before, I hope I will not have to do this again. It's now July 31st as I'm editing this. And even editing this, I've been working on it for like a week and a half now. This takes a long time, but I will say that I'm very happy. The loft is still clean. It has helped a lot not buying stuff, which I know is like duh, but I don't know. I really don't even like owning things, so I don't know why I buy stuff. And this is something I'm working through for myself, just reducing the amount of things that I even bring into this house in the first place. What I'm doing now is trying to find a way to organize my soap making supplies, chapstick, lotion. I do hold on to empty containers, so like sour cream, the 8-ounce tubs. Steve goes through mustard a lot, so I will wash those out with some bleach water, and then I'll wash it with some dish soap water, and I'll reuse those for my homemade lotion. So I was just trying to figure out a way to organize them so I didn't have all these bags sitting around the loft. And with that, we are done. This storage cabinet is not as minimalist as I would like it to be, but it is what it is. It has all the stuff that I need for right now. I have decluttered this as much as I can. I honestly need to get rid of more stuff because I don't wear anything fancy anymore because we don't go anywhere fancy. I do normally keep those black flaps closed, but I wanted to show you guys what it truly looks like in there. Like I said before, I hope I don't have to do this again, and I know this is not picture perfect. I wish those metal cabinets weren't there, but it is what it is. So I'm going to show you a before and after photo, and thank you so much for watching.